A little off-the-wall jam there.
There you are.
A few notes that may have been neither in either of those chords.
But here's a good little tip for you there. So it's a B minor, right? 7, and down to the B9, but B flat 7 B9. Try soloing over that.
As we just proved. Anyway, hello and welcome to Guitar Paradiso.
Guitar Paradiso 2017, probably.
Yeah, probably. It's, in actual fact, this is the last video that Pete and I will do together in 2016.
Yes, it has been a blast. Thank you very much, everyone who has subscribed and watched, and thank you, Mick, for being such a ledge.
Thank you, Pete.
You're welcome. Thank you.
It's a bit of a sincere moment, actually.
Yeah.
We've had some jams, haven't we, this year?
We've had some jams. Yeah. We should actually, we talked about it, and we should really do best of jams.
Yeah.
Shouldn't we?
Yeah.
I think we need to do that.
So
see if we can cut something together. Anyway.
It probably is 2017 by now. We are probably at the NAMM show or thereabouts.
Yeah.
And Fender will be making a big deal about the new American Professional series.
Oh, yes. And we've got a few today. So we haven't got all of them yet. But what we have got is some Strats and a couple of Teles.
Yeah. Would you believe? Okay, so the story is, and I'll just do in a nutshell version of this.
Yeah.
Fender's American Standard first came along in 1987 by all accounts.
Ah.
Which was a long time ago.
It's a long time ago.
I broadly remember it. Not even going to go there.
No.
It was just after the modern rebirth of Fender, because Fender had had a load of issues post the CBS sale, was briefly without an American facility, filled up with stuff made offshore, blah, 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 blah.
Yeah.
By the time 1987 comes along, things are really starting to get back on track. The following year, I think the Clapton Strat kind of debuted, and it was the beginning of it was really into the rebirth of modern Fender as we know it. So the American Standard is a really important guitar for Fender because it's in the middle of the line. It's the American Standard. However, it is no more.
It is no more.
For 2017,
it's no
replaced by American Professional.
Professional.
Which is what these are.
Yep.
So what's the differences?
Well, if you look at a distance, you might not even see this.
We've got this is an existing American Standard.
Yeah.
Guitar.
Let me take that. Now that we're there, so I'll grab that.
And if we talk about the Strats just for a second, let's go over some of the differences. I've written them down. Right. So lots of things stay the same. Tuners, some other stuff. Things that have changed are modern C neck profile.
Yeah.
Is now a deep C.
Yeah, deep C.
Bit bigger?
Yes, it is a little bit bigger.
Okay.
Not?
Yeah, used to be man-made material.
Yeah.
It is now real bone.
Bone, so not good for vegetarians. Sorry.
I think it's The vegetarian. Anyway, whatever.
Vegans. Sorry. Anyway.
Medium jumbo frets on the old American Standard.
Yeah.
Have gone to thin, tall.
Yes.
Narrow, tall. They're called.
Yeah.
The idea of that being medium jumbo. It's funny looking at them. I like big frets, but they do look a bit clumsy, don't they?
And you cannot lie.
And so
they do look a bit clumsy. That looks good, better.
I've heard people say that the narrow fret gives better intonation as well.
That is one of the reasons why they changed it.
Is it?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think yeah.
So taller, which means bends are kind of easier. You know, they're not the old kind of very low vintage type frets.
Yeah.
They are. I like them much actually.
We are moving from this way down to this way of the guitar.
Well, I'm just reading off the list.
Okay.
The outgoing American Standard had custom shop design pickups.
Yeah. No more.
No more. V-mod.
Yeah.
V-mod.
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 All Alnico magnets, but a mixture of Alnico magnets by all accounts.
Yeah, so the strings, when you play the strings, the volume is the same on all the strings. Apparently.
Right.
So the pole pieces are different.
Staggered pole pieces, different Alnico magnets.
Yeah. Voiced to each position, where before, you would just probably have the same pickups all the way through. Now they're all voiced accordingly.
New pickups.
Yeah, new pickups.
The American Standard bridge is a 2-pivot design on the Strat anyway, and it now has a pop-in arm.
Yeah, and apparently these are brass now than before they were nickel or something else. Can't remember.
Not on the Strats.
Not on the Strat, sorry.
On the Tele.
On the Teles, sorry. Yeah, I'm skipping ahead. I'm skipping ahead.
Bodies are 2 to 4 pieces. Fender's always used a spread approach to, or for a long time used a spread approach to its American Standard and now professional ranges. If you look at that Tele there, you can probably see that actually that is 2 bits, but the join isn't in the middle. No, it's 3 bits. So there's 3 bits.
Yeah.
Yeah. Whereas on a vintage reissue type guitar, relic or anything, it would be a maximum of 2.
Yes.
So
mine, for instance.
Yep. Website says it's older.
Yeah. Could look a bit like ash, but it might.
I think these 2 are older.
Yeah.
Definitely, older for Strats.
They are older and wiser.
There's some ash on the Teles.
Yeah.
And
treble bleed.
Just not even there yet, mate.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah. Treble bleed.
I'm very excited about that.
Treble bleed, which we'll come on to, and a new case.
Yeah, new case, which is here.
It's nicely moulded inside.
Shall I open it up? You hold that so people can see what it looks like inside.
It's making me feel a bit tired.
This looks like wrong.
Could do with a lie down. Right, so before we go any further, Pete, why don't you play these 2 guitars, seeing as that is an American Standard outgoing model, and this is the American Professional incoming model.
Outgoing. I've got one of these, and I'm very happy with it. Happy with it.
Tell me what you think.
Okay. Everything on full. Neck pickup. Fender Hot Rod Deluxe. It's a Strat. Do you know what I mean?
Springy.
It's a Springy. It's a Strat. They look a bit different as well. These, no, maybe they're not. Right. So let's see. Already there. It's much more open.
Yeah.
It sounds better to me here. It feels better. I like the feel of the high fret. And there's a little bit more neck in my hand. Yeah, no, it
does sound.
It sounds different, actually.
Brighter.
It does sound brighter. It sounds more present.
Pete did the clean thing, so I'll put some drive on. I've got a Keeley mod workstation on the floor, which has got like a Marshall-y type drive in it.
Yeah.
I'm just going to use the neck pickup as a reference because I tend to play it a lot on Strats.
What do you feel? What do you?
Similar story to that. It
Yeah.
just sounds. There's a bit more articulation there. It sounds a little springier. A little.
Yeah. It feels a bit nicer to play actually.
A little bit livelier. I prefer the neck.
Yeah,
I have to say I do
prefer the neck.
like the taper. There's not much in it. I mean, it's not night and day.
No.
But
No.
yeah.
Yeah, I think it's all in all that's a good upgrade for the Strat actually, and as you can hear, you know, it's at the end of the day, it's still a Strat, isn't it? You know, you can't change.
What a job Fender's got, because you know
It has
people will criticise Fender left, right, and centre for going, oh my goodness me,
Yeah,
it's
now they
just
changed this and
another
done that, and taken
blooming
this
Strat.
away and put this in, and
But you know, you veer too far,
yeah,
and it becomes not a Strat anymore.
Yeah.
And they'll get just as kicked for that. So it's kind of a sensible series of upgrades and changes.
And I bet you if somebody did a blind test, a playing test, listen test, where, you know, we're not going to do this now, but it might be a thing in the future, where we literally put on and somebody hands us the guitar, is it the professional or is it just a standard? And I bet you we wouldn't be able to tell
Would be
the
tough.
you can feel it a little bit in the strings.
I
a little bit more bouncy.
really like these frets.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like this.
It's
frets
much
a lot.
more bouncy, and it's much nicer to. It feels nicer anyway to play, doesn't it? And
Yeah, it does.
Yeah. But we didn't hear the treble bleed, which is
yeah.
actually
So
something
okay,
that-
I'll turn the so this is straight into the amp. What's quite nice about a treble bleed circuit, as you may be aware, is on Strats that don't have it, or guitars that don't have it, when you turn the volume down, you can get a loss in high end.
Yeah.
So I'll put it on the one of the in between settings there, and just. Obviously, the volume is much less volume, but it still remains quite bright.
Yes. Yeah.
My blue Strat would go off much darker than that.
Yeah.
Which you either like or you don't like. But if you want to, one of the great uses for that is if you've got an overdrive on. Let's say it's this kind of overdrive, which is fairly kind of heavy kind of overdrive.
Yeah.
Turn down.
Yeah.
You retain a bit of cleanliness. The drive goes away. A lot of the drive goes away, but you retain the brightness.
Yeah.
Which
I think
cool.
it's a modification that a lot of people do to their Strats anyway.
Yeah.
It's definitely something that that's one of the mods, the only mods I do, because I don't really mod any guitars.
Yeah. And you like the treble lead.
But I like the treble bleed. I think it's a great idea.
Yeah, I got used to it going dark.
Yeah.
So it's just, but it's
you
a cool thing.
and you can always, whether you can compensate with some tone or whatever,
Yeah.
then it's a different thing. Try to do the same thing on the other Strat.
Yeah.
You can definitely hear it in the room. It might come if you are listening on a phone.
Goes off much darker.
Yeah.
Well, seeing as you've got the humbucker one there, let's just see if this works, and we'll hear the difference of the humbucker straight away. So
Humbucker.
you get to hear that. Oh man.
Yeah, that's. Woo! That's good, isn't it?
So as you can see, in addition to the regular 3 single coil Strat, there's also an HH, 2 humbuckers,
Yeah.
and there's also a humbucker single.
Yeah.
The humbucker is a Tim Shaw design Shawbucker, which appears in other guitars in Fender's range. Tim Shaw essentially made Gibson PAF pickups good again after they were rubbish in the 80s. So that's his background.
Yeah. So
to be terribly reductive about it, and Tim is now at Fender, or at least he designs for Fender.
Yeah.
And the result of which is these humbuckers in this Strat and those pickups in that.
Yeah. Deluxe.
Tele Deluxe.
Tele Deluxe.
Okay, should we have a listen to some?
That's clever, that one, because you got two humbuckers, but when you move to the second position,
Oh, nice.
up or down, it splits it, and I think it splits it to the two outer singles.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
It's
Isn't that
almost
cool?
like an acoustic simulation.
Yes.
It's really zingy.
That's cool, isn't it?
So again, here's the full-on neck humbucker. It's not unlike a normal coil split. It's really, really hollow and kind of.
But it definitely has its. It's a great idea, and it's definitely got its place.
Well, it's quite mad, isn't it? Because
Yeah.
you can kind of,
Something like that. You can do that as well, yeah.
quite a lot. It's power. It's,
Yeah.
it's funny. I don't normally play humbuckers in Strats, and it's always like a really guilty pleasure when
It is, isn't it?
when you get one.
Because I had one when I studied music. I had a custom built something. I can't remember what it was, and that had humbucker, single coil humbucker. So for those jazzy tones on the Strat. But it was really good because it gives you both, and you can split them, and then you get sort of more. Yeah. Anyway, so
Because you get more. More is more.
more is more.
If you've never seen the Yngwie Malmsteen video where he's talking about more is more,
Yeah, more is more. Like,
look it up on
how
the
can
internet
more?
now.
How can less be more? More is more. You know. And in Danish, more is mummy. So anyway, this is Tele Deluxe. Lovely.
Yeah. I don't know if there was a Tele Deluxe in the American Standard
I don't
range.
think there was.
Because there are also Jazzmasters, Jaguars, P&J basses.
Yeah. So there is a video on the basses in the playlist all about the bass. Nathan Lee has done, and Rudolph has done a video on that. And we will, once the Jaguars and the Jazzmasters come in, we will do a video on those. But at the moment,
according to the Fender website, there are 92 models.
Yeah.
Which presumably includes all the colorways.
What? 90? Yeah. Colours, cool colours.
Yeah, some new colours.
Yeah, new colours. There's this green thing, and there's like a blue thing.
Antique olive,
Yeah.
Mystic Seafoam, and Sonic Grey.
Yeah, and this one looks amazing. And there's the new. They brought up Olympic White as well.
Return of Butterscotch Blonde for the Tele. So
Yeah, beautiful.
that's cool. I mean, that's the American Professional Tele. Looks pretty much like a Blackguard 52, doesn't it? In some respects.
It does.
Yeah.
It does.
So Tele-wise, then we got,
Yep.
as you were saying, Pete, we've got the Deluxe.
Deluxe,
Which
with,
has the-
again, Shawboggers in.
Yeah.
You know, sounds like this. Again, the treble bleed in there. Both pickups. Chula love pedal. I'm a lucky guy. Found one of those and snapped it up quickly. Sounds like this. That's just the first boot stage there. Feels like this is 9s. I would stick 10s on here, man. I really would. Maybe it is, and it just feels great. Who knows? Second gain stage on the Chula.
the bridge pickup,
Stay on the bridge pickup.
and I'm going to give you this guitar.
Okay.
That sounds so cool. That sounds so cool.
How good is that? Oh, this is light, man.
Yeah, it is.
Wow.
Yeah.
This is incredibly light. Really light. Tune up. Yeah, and it's really light, man. I mean, ace.
So what you'll have noticed there, fairly vintagey sounding overdrive pedal through a fairly vintagey sounding amp.
Yeah.
Can get very bright and spiky on any Tele.
Yeah.
That tone control, just rolling it back there, really makes it nice and rocky.
Yeah.
But of course, when you want the twang, so let's see, compare this one just for a second with these humbuckers. I mean, instantly it sounds darker and fatter and more compressed on the front of the note.
Something like that.
That's where the spank comes from, and either one of those things will appeal to you, whether you want that spanky kind of thing, or whether you want the slightly darker and fuller thing of the deluxe.
Of this.
It's still got nice.
It's got a nice swing to it, doesn't it?
Dark edge
Nice
to it.
twang, yeah. I like it. I really like that Tele. I'm digging that Tele.
Yeah.
That is really good. I've got a standard Tele from about 2004, 3, 4 or something. And that Tele is much better. That one.
This one.
Than the one I have.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. It's light.
Yeah, it is
It's
lovely.
so
and
light.
It is lovely and light.
It feels lovely to play. It's so easy to play. That's a good upgrade. I feel like if they've done something really good about it. Right, great then. Not much more to say, is there?
I don't think so. American Professional Series for 2017 from Fender. Loads of models. Check them out on the website.
Yeah, we'll put loads of colours and we'll put them all in the description below.
Yeah. And Jazz, for anyone who's wondering, Jazz Masters and Jaguars will be coming as soon as they arrive.
And we will do a video soon as they come in.
Splendid.
Great. That was 4 of them. The Tele Deluxe, the new Tele. It's so light.
American Professional
American
Telecaster.
Professional Telecaster.
American Professional Stratocaster. American Professional Stratocaster HH.
I have to get used to that, saying that, American Professional. But you know what? It's a Telecaster and it's a Strat. Brilliant. And on that note, thank you for watching Guitar Paradiso here on Andertons TV. I'm Pete.
I'm Mick.
We'll see you soon.
See you soon. Bye-bye.